Police officer attempted to intimidate my patient, loses fight to physics. I'm a paramedic. A few months ago, we were coming back from a routine patient transfer when, at an intersection about 4 blocks from the base, I noticed a woman sitting on the side of the road. She had her arms wrapped around herself, head down. I nudged my partner, who was driving, and we flipped on the lights. Her head snapped up fast, she looked terrified. But when she saw the ambulance, she relaxed. As I got closer, I noticed bruising on her wrists, along with other signs of abuse. She seemed hesitant to get up off the curb and into the ambulance, so I decided to at least pull the cot out of the back, give her something more comfortable than concrete to sit on. Now, a few important details. In my service, all our cots are striker-powered cots. You've probably seen them before, bright yellow with black handles and side panels. These cots have a built-in motor and battery, so instead of manually lifting them, we can raise and lower them at the push of a button. They're usually paired with an automatic loading system in the ambulance that lifts and secures the cot in place. There's a little red tab at the end of the loading track, just inside the ambulance doors. When you press it, the cot and loading carriage are released, but it's up to you to keep it under control until it locks into place again. This is important because these cots weigh about 125 pounds, around 55 kilos. As soon as I hit the release tab, I heard sirens behind me. A city police car. Weird, because we hadn't requested police, and we were outside city limits, in the sheriff's department's jurisdiction. We had only informed dispatch that we were stopping to check on a woman. The woman's face went pale. Oh no, he's here. She moved faster than me when I hear there's free food at base. She bolted past me and practically hurled herself into the ambulance, sitting on the bench seat. The cop was approaching, and he looked furious. I put 2 and 2 together and immediately slammed the ambulance doors shut. Let's call this officer Police Officer Steve. Or POS for short. POS, is that whoa, is she in there? Me, who? POS, you know dang well who I'm talking about. Me, you mean my patient? I haven't even gotten her name yet. POS, open those doors. I need to talk to her. Me, you're not using my rig as an interview room. You can talk to her at the hospital. We went back and forth like this for a few minutes. At some point, my partner had circled back, overheard my stonewalling, and went to the cab to call our chief. I continued my routine of deny and delay, until a pair of deputies arrived, likely sent by the chief. Oh good, now I had witnesses. See, we had stopped on an uphill incline. When I hit the release tab for the cot earlier, it had started to slide back. I was in such a hurry to shut the doors, I hadn't pushed it back against the stops to lock it in place. Emboldened by the deputies, POS got in my face. POS, move, or I'll charge you with obstruction. Okay. I stepped aside. He yanked the double doors open. Between the cot, the monitor, and the jump bag, there were easily 160 pounds of equipment contained by those doors. All of which came barreling out and hit POS square in the chest. He went flying backward and landed flat on his butt. One of the deputies actually laughed out loud. The other knelt down beside him and said, "Your shift captain will be here in 5. I wouldn't be here then, if I were you." POS scrambled up, scowled at me, and stomped off. Now, I can't say too much about what happened afterward, since the trial isn't settled yet, but let's just say, we all know how well charges tend to stick to cops. The woman is now living elsewhere. The cop? Still a cop. And me? Well, I've been getting pulled over at least twice a week ever since. But the video footage of that cop body checking him? Still one of the best things I've ever seen. Edit, to clarify, yes, the woman was married to POS. And yes, he is allegedly responsible for